guys, thanks for joining. Today's class is going to be a little bit more intermediate and advanced, so take your time with it and don't push yourself too hard. It's a gradual growth, your yoga practice. You really have to dedicate to practicing to progress, to move into more advanced postures, and the advanced posture is not the goal, it's just an option for you to take. So let's lay down and breathe just for a moment together, and then we'll get straight into it. So laying down onto your backs, just let the body melt down into the earth. Let's take a couple of cleansing breaths together, drawing in through the nose. Exhale out the mouth. In through the nose. Exhale out the mouth. One more like that, inhale. Exhale, just let it all go. Drawing knees in towards the chest, one leg at a time. Hug the knees into an Uppanasana and just begin to make some nice little circles on the back. Just creating some space through that back body. Changing the directions of your circles, just move in the opposite way. Squeezing these in and just letting them roll around through the hip socket there. From here, you'll take right hand to right knee, left hand to left knee, and you'll draw both knees in and then separate them away from one another and begin to make some wide knee circles now. Good, draw the knees in, separate them away from one another, and another wide circle, draw them back together. We'll take one more in this direction, separate the knees, take them wide, draw them back together. Keep them connected together, draw them in towards the chest, and then press the knees away, separate them, pull them towards the underarms and back to center. Press the knees away from the body, separate them, external rotation. We're just moving in the opposite direction. One more time like that, opening up through our hips. Good. Place the soles of the feet down onto the ground. Make sure you can brush the backs of your heels with your fingertips, or if you have long legs, take them a little longer. From here, we're going to begin to lift up and find our bridge position. Take an inhale at the top, and then exhale, just lower yourself down. Let the body rock forward, and then press the body back down into the ground and lift the hips back up again. Good, lowering the body back down towards the ground. Let the hips rock forward, create some space for the spine, and then imprint the spine, lift the butt by squeezing the glutes there, holding at the top. So breathing here in your bridge at the top, you want your hip bones pointing directly up to the sky and your kneecaps pointing directly up to the sky as well. Your hands can be beside your body, or palms can face down, or palms up, you choose. You're probably already feeling a little bit of stress in the back of the hamstrings, but we're going to have a little bit more fun here. Shift your weight over towards your left sole of your foot, ground through your left glute and lift your right leg up towards the sky. You can flex or point that foot, whatever feels better. Keep lifting your hips and make sure your right hip isn't dropping off to your left. From here, we're going to begin to draw the sacrum down towards the ground. Gently tap it to the earth, and then your inhale breath, press back up, single leg bridge. Draw the hips down towards the ground. Gently tap, press back up, driving that left heel down into the earth. One more time like that. Let's press the hips all the way back up, holding it there. Good, begin to bend through that right leg, cross it over the left thigh. Send the right knee out wide, keep the hips even still, watch that right hip doesn't drop down, and slowly ripple down through your spine. Good, thread the needle here, draw the left knee in towards the chest, right elbow to the inside of your right knee, and begin to make a couple of little rocks here. Good. From there, I want you to feel the left leg extend up towards the sky, hands around the back of the left thigh, and just gently begin to draw that left leg in a little closer. You can take your hand to make a place around your calf or your ankle, keeping your sacrum connected to the ground, keeping the right knee pressing out towards the right. Breathing here. Good, releasing that foot, dropping it back down towards the ground, uncrossing the right leg, and setting up for your bridge again on the second side. So rolling up through the spine, Finding that bridge position, holding in your bridge. You can touch your butt here to make sure that it's actually active for you, and then place your hands back down, palms up or down, you choose. Make sure you're not rolling out with the knees. Imagine you're squeezing something between your inner thighs, keeping them connected. Shift weight into the right leg, feel that right glute engage a lot, right heel drive down, left leg to the sky, lifting up to your single-legged bridge. Look at your hips, gaze down, make sure they're not slipping off to one side, and then gently begin to tap the sacrum to the earth. The inhale presses you back up. Exhale, tap the sacrum to the earth. Inhale, lift the sacrum back up. One more time, let the sacrum drop down. Inhale to lift it back up, hold. And then cross the left foot over the right thigh, press the left knee out towards the left. And then begin to roll your spine all the way down towards the ground. Thread your hands through, draw your right knee towards your chest, begin to make some circles. Nice. From here, extend the right leg up towards the sky, hands come behind the right thigh. Flexing through that right foot, keep it active. Your hands can change positions if it doesn't feel like you're getting enough of a hamstring extension there. Make sure you're still opening your left knee out towards the left side of the room, and you're active through your left foot as well to protect your ankle and knee joint. Take another breath here. Release that leg, slowly begin to lower it down towards the ground, uncrossing that left leg from the right thigh. Good, draw the knees back in towards the chest. Squeeze them in, and you're going to begin to rock and roll up and down the length of the mat. So taking a few rocks, because I want you to get enough momentum to come to a Malasana, which is a yogi squat at the top of your mat. Try and keep it as narrow as you can. If this feels a little impossible, just take your feet wider, drop your bottom down towards the ground a little more, or sit yourself onto a block or a prop if you have one. Otherwise, if you're with me in your Malasana squat, your feet are quite narrow here, and then you're driving your knees in towards your armpits. Your fingers are lengthening forward, and the crown of your head's trying to lengthen up towards the sky. Just breathing here for me. I know it feels a little much through the ankles, maybe the feet. Take another breath. And then as you exhale, you're going to fold Uttanasana all the way down towards the ground. Let the knees bend a little, shake the hips a little. Let the belly rest upon the thighs. Give your head a little shake to release any tension. And feel the connection of the feet on the earth as the feet are hip-width distance or wider for extra balance. You really should have just come back up from that yogi squat, so they should be pretty well positioned for your center of balance here. Good, take another breath. And then your exhale, you're going to sit back down into your Malasana squat. Drive your knees into your armpits. Good. So from here, we're going to begin to lift up onto the balls of our feet and draw our knees down to the ground. Be careful with your knees here. Allow your glutes to squeeze as you press up. From here, reach your hands out in front of you, keeping those toes tucked. We're moving into a Nordic here, so building some mobility and strength. Letting the body move back on a diagonal to come back. Inhale, squeeze the glutes, come all the way back up. Good, now moving back through a Malasana squat with control. Nice. We're going to do that again. So with control, drop both knees down to the ground at the same time. Inhale, this time let's reach the arms up towards the sky. Squeezing the glutes. You'll then begin to reach the arms forward as you move back on a diagonal. Quads are working here. Inhale, squeeze the glutes, come back up, finding your Malasana squat with control again. Good, one more time, coming forward with control, knees draw down to the earth, inhale to sweep up. Exhale, let's find our Nordic. And then inhale, reach back up and release the hands down beside the body. Good job. So I've shifted a little too far forward. I want to just come right back onto my mat. So we're going to finish here on our knees, and I want you to keep those toes tucked under. I want you to feel all the toes spread, and then you're going to sit back onto your feet. So what that kind of looks like is, I'll just turn around and demonstrate for you here, is that your sit bones are sitting onto your heels. Your heels aren't splaying out, your heels aren't splaying in. you're directly sitting on, and all of your toes are spread, so maybe untuck your pinky toe there as well. I'm actually going to stay here to show you what we're going to do next. This is called fire toes. It's really fun. If you need to at all, just come up, press up, come back down, but see if you can challenge yourself. Open up through your feet. We're going to begin to make some movement to find some opening and strength through the shoulders here. What we're going to do is we're going to flip our left palm down, and we're going to begin to reach our left hand towards the back of our body as our right hand goes overhead and tries to find the nape of the neck but doesn't touch the body. Good. Release the hands, take them back out wide, and then flip the right hand down and see if you can do the same on the other side. Keep knitting your rib cage in as you do this. Don't touch your back. This is purely just warming up through your shoulder girdle. So it's like a no touchy here. And then send the arms back out wide. You've got 3 more. Keep moving through. I'm going to face back towards the front. Good. That was 3 more on each side. So I'm letting you count. I'm letting you judge. And you should be feeling really nice and warm through the shoulders here. You should have about 1 more on each side. Good. And then come all the way back. Give those arms a little bit of a shake. Come forward onto your hands and tap those toes out underneath you. So we're going to come into our tabletop position now. So find your tabletop. Your shoulders are stacked on top of your wrist and your hips are stacked on top of your knees. So from here, you're going to begin to extend your right leg behind you. Send the foot out towards the back of the room. Keep rolling down through that right hip and puffing up a little through the back of the chest to keep broadening across the collarbones. Neck is long, head shooting out towards the top of the room. Gaze is to the top, if not beyond your mat. From here, you're going to begin to externally rotate and send your right knee to tap the outside of your right arm. Good, and then inhale, send it back behind you. From here, the knee draws in towards the nose. Curling, inhale, send it back. Good, knee out towards the right. We'll move through this 2 more times. Extend behind you. Exhale, knee in towards the nose. Inhale, extend it back. Good, 1 more time. Tap the knee outside the right arm and then send it back behind you. Curl the knee in towards the nose, holding it here. Press up through the back body so you have lots of space for that foot. Step the right foot in between the hands. Good, allow that lunge to happen so hands can come down to the ground, or they can be on blocks if you don't have enough space there. From here, you're going to begin to turn your left foot out and your right leg's going to go long along the mat and you're in a supported side plank here. So I like to have my arm, my wrist a little further forward than my shoulder rather than directly stacked underneath my shoulder. A little less pressure on the wrist, but you find what works better for you. The right hand's up towards the sky. The hips are facing towards this way, this right side, and they're even. The right foot's pressing into the ground and the right arm's directly on top of the shoulder. Again, don't let the head drop, let the head extend out. You're feeling length through this left side of the neck and the shoulder. From here, lifting the right leg up towards the sky, you're going to take 3 taps of the right elbow to the knee, extend. Another 2. Good. Another 1. Nice. Extend that leg all the way out. You're going to come back to your tabletop position and draw your knee in towards the mat. Good. Other side. Weight goes into the right knee. Extend the left leg behind you. Good. Tap the left knee out wide. Extend it back. Left knee nose. Inhale, extend it back. Take it wide. Extend it back. Knee to nose. Extend it back. 1 more time out wide. Keep the right side long. Left knee in towards your chest. Hold, press up, protract, protract, protract. Step the left foot in between the right. Take a little hiatus here. Find a moment. Find your breath. Good. From here, you begin to swivel that right knee out. Left leg steps up and you're in your supported side plank. Vashisthasana here on the second side. So arms directly up towards the sky. And then left leg lifts. Take 3 taps of the knee to the elbow. 2 taps. 1 tap. Good, extend that arm back. Draw the foot down towards the ground, find your tabletop position. Nice, from here we're going to begin to find some cat-cow movement. Opening through the center of the chest here as you shine the heart forward, dropping the belly. Exhale, breath presses the shoulder blades away from one another, the navel draws towards the spine. Take another one like that, inhale, drop the belly, lift the gaze. Exhale, navel towards the spine, protract, spread the shoulders. Coming back to neutral, you're going to flip your palms around so that your fingers are facing back towards your knees. You might not get that far around, you might point your fingers out to the sides a little, and that's okay, just do what works. So from here we're going to continue this cat-cow motion, dropping the belly, lifting the gaze. And then as you exhale, breath, pressing the navel towards the spine. You feel that nice stretch up the front of the arms, dropping the belly, lifting the gaze. Exhale, pressing the earth away. One more time like that, dropping the belly, lifting the gaze. Exhale, pressing away. Neutral, shake those hands as you face them back towards front. Draw those knees in together, and then just begin to keep straight arms but rocking your knees side to side, just gently. Take a few like this. Good, last one each side. Should feel nice down the oblique side, outside edges of your hips. Good, coming back to center. So listening to beat me. And then slowly we're going to begin to press ourselves up to our first downward facing dog here. Staying here in your downward facing dog, feeling the heels draw towards the earth, feeling the hips draw up towards the sky, maybe a subtle bend in the knees as the heels try to draw down towards the earth. Press the belly back towards the thighs, connect ground down through the hands, and the gaze is in between the feet. Feel the ribcage knit in, so kind of like you're sucking Uddiyana Bandha towards the spine. Pelvic floor can engage here as well if you want to activate the bandhas. Roll the biceps towards the ears. Take a breath. Good, begin to walk the feet in together at the back of the mat. You're going to take a walk to the top of the mat, however you would like to get there. When we arrive at the top, Uttanasana, forward fold. Ardha Uttanasana, halfway lift, fingertips to shins or fingers on the ground. Exhale to fold. Inhale, sweep the arms up towards the sky. We're going to move through 3 rounds of Surya Namaskar, a Samasthiti. Inhale, sweep the hands up towards the sky. Exhale, draw the body down towards the thighs, Uttanasana. Inhale, halfway lift. Exhale, hands connect down, step right foot, left foot back. Modify it, shift the weight forward, drop the knees down to the ground, untuck the toes. Chest and chin draw down towards the ground. Slide through onto the belly, find your low cobra, allow this to come from the chest, hover the hands. Press the tops of the feet down, feel the shoulder blades pinching together at the back as the shoulders draw away from the ears. Draw the forehead down towards the ground, press to a tabletop, zip the belly, tuck the toes, downward facing dog. Good, feet are drawn in together at the back of the mat, find the balls of the feet. You can press walk, twinkle toes, whatever you want to the top of your mat, find your way all the way there. Inhale, halfway lift, exhale to fold. Inhale, sweep the hands all the way up to the sky. Exhale, connect heart space, Samasthiti. Release the hands, inhale, sweep. Exhale, fold to the earth. Inhale, halfway lift. If you want, you can step back left foot, right foot, just as we did before. You can keep dropping to your knees if you want, or if you feel ready and warm enough, you can shift your weight forward. Keep broadening through the shoulders, and imagine as if you're pulling yourself down towards the ground. So feel that action come through the back body, all the way belly to the floor. Find that low cobra again. I don't want you to use your hands. Keep your hands off, draw the shoulder blades together and away from the ears, breathe, gazes forward on the ground. Lower the body down. You can tuck the toes, press up through a plank, or find your knees downward facing dog. Nice, find the balls of your feet, look towards your hands, bend your knees. You can step, jump, float to the top of your mat, adding handstands or anything else you want to, if that's in your practice. Inhale, halfway lift, exhale, Uttanasana. Inhale, sweep the arms up towards the sky. Exhale, hands to heart. One more time, introducing a Chaturanga jump back, if you please. Exhale, fold, Uttanasana. Inhale, Ardha Uttanasana. Exhale, fold, step or jump back, bent elbows, body shifts down towards the ground. Inhale, reach the body through. And then exhale, downward facing dog. Holding here for 5 breaths. You can let some air out the mouth, should you please. Should be feeling nice and warm now. I certainly am. Let's begin to draw the feet in together at the back of your mat. As you inhale, I want you to feel the right leg just an inch off the ground. Activate squeezing that right glute, lift your right heel towards the sky. Good, peel open through that right leg stays straight and then bends through the knee. Keep pressing down through that right hand as to not roll out through the right side of the body. From here, ball of that left foot, tap the right knee to the outside of the right arm. Inhale, send it back. Good, knee in towards the nose. Inhale, send it back. Exhale, right knee, left elbow, cross it underneath. Inhale, send it back. This time, right knee, right arm, and then send it wide to a lizard lunge. Drop the hips down towards the ground. Good, you keep that back knee lifted here. From here, your hands might like to be on blocks, or if you can manage, keep them planted onto the ground. And then we're going to begin to move through a bit of a pyramid flow. So you can peel the right toes off the ground as you straighten out through that right leg. Left heel draws towards the earth. And then as you come back forward, I want you to feel the center of your chest reach towards the front of the room and your gaze lift a little, find your lizard lunge. As you exhale, lift through the hips, straighten out through that right leg, left heel draws towards the earth. Inhale, come back forward, pull the center of the chest like someone's pulling you forward by the heart. One more time, fold. Staying here, walk your hands to the long side of your mat, left, fold down, Prasarita Padottanasana, hanging out here. Taking 3 breaths here in your wide-legged forward fold, your hands underneath your shoulders. You can be on fingertips or hands pressing down. Feet are parallel, if not slightly turned in, and tailbones lifting up towards the sky. Take another breath. Stay for the exhale. One more inhale. Stay low, begin to shift the toes out. Find Skandasana, bending into the left knee at the back of the mat. Right knee points up towards the sky, right toes flex. You may come onto the ball of your left foot, but keep your left knee over your toe, second toe. Good, from here, keep your hands connected to the ground. You're going to come to Skandasana at the top of your mat. Good, holding here again, this time the left toes are pointing back, the left knee is facing up towards the sky. Let's go back to the back of our mat to our Skandasana. Maybe this time you release your hands. We're going to let our butt drop down to the ground and then see if we can lift it back up. Come to the top of your mat, find your Skandasana, see if you can drop your butt down. Inhale, lift it back up, find your low lunge to the top of your mat. Good, sweep that right foot back to the plank and move through your flow. As you lower yourself like you're pulling yourself to the ground, can you imagine you're also squeezing jam jars, so opening the jars? Good, find your back bend of choice. Low cobra, upward facing dog. Exhale and find downward facing dog. Take 2 breaths here, just recalibrate. Last inhale. Steady the breath, bring the feet in together at the back of the mat, hover the left foot off the ground and slowly, like you're moving with resistance, sweep the left leg up towards the sky. Open up, peel through that left leg, keep the leg straight. Press down through the left hand as you bend through that left knee, left heel towards the right butt cheek. Take a breath. Exhale, left knee, left upper arm. Inhale, send it back, 3-legged dog. Knee in towards the nose, shift the weight forward. Inhale, send it back. Left knee, right arm. Inhale, send it back. Good. Left knee, left outer arm. Step the foot to lizard lunge. Draw the hips down towards the ground. Good. Come onto finger pads or keep the hands planted. Or again, you could use your blocks here if it feels too far away, or a couple of books if you have any at home. From here, you're going to begin to straighten out through your left leg to find your modified pyramid. Right heel draws towards the ground. Inhale, sweep the body forward, center of the chest pulls forward like someone's got a string on your heart and they're drawing you forward. Again, fold. Inhale, come forward. One more time, exhale, fold, hold. Shift your feet towards the right side, long side of your mat. Find your Prasarita Padottanasana, fold forward. Breathe in here. Inhale, take a halfway lift. Zip up through that pelvic floor. And then exhale, draw the body back down towards the ground. Good. Turn the fingers so they face towards the left long edge of your mat and draw your body through your legs. Breathing here for 3, for 2, for 1. Coming shoulders back underneath your hands back underneath your shoulders. Turning your feet out, stay low, Skandasana into the right side of your mat. Good, with control, maybe no hands, Skandasana into the top side of your mat. Back like you're moving energy, left side of your mat bending into your right knee. Draw your butt down to the ground, zip it back up. Top side of your mat bending into your left knee. Drop your bum down, zip yourself back up. Good, coming all the way back to center to your low lunge, stepping back to your plank, moving through your flow, or you could just skip it and find downward facing dog like I have just done there. If your shoulders are feeling sore, everything's kind of feeling a little tight, let's take 3 breaths in our downward facing dog there. Bring the feet in together at the back of the mat. Inhale, lifting that right leg towards the sky. Right knee, let's flow just like we did. We'll add and modify a little, lifting the right leg up towards the sky. Draw the right knee in towards the nose. Inhale, send it back. Right knee, left elbow. This time allow that right leg to sweep all the way out, fall in triangle. Left hand picks up, gaze towards the left hand. Breathe. Exhale, placing that hand all the way back down. Draw the knee in towards the chest. Place the foot to the outside of the right hand. Find your lizard lunge. 1 pyramid pose as you peel the right toes off. Shift the weight into the center of the mat, forward fold. Inhale, take a halfway lift. Exhale, point the feet out, find your Skandasana. Good, come to the top of your mat, no hands if you please. Back of your mat if you can, drop your bottom down towards the ground, lift yourself back up. This time sweep all the way back to the top of your mat. You can move through a single-legged chaturanga if you like. Upward facing dog if you like. Downward facing dog is where we meet. Breathing here. Feet coming together, left leg finds the sky. Left knee, left outer arm. Inhale back. Left knee, nose. Inhale back. Left knee, right arm, hold. Shift the foot out. Swivel onto the whole sole of your right foot as your right hand reaches up towards the sky. Gaze to follow. Breathing here, fallen triangle. Placing the right hand back down towards the ground. Curling the knee in towards the nose, stepping it to the outside of the left hand as a lunge. Exhale, fold into your pyramid. Find your wide-legged forward fold, long side of your mat. Take an inhale breath here. Exhale, Skandasana, bend into your right knee. Skandasana, bend into your left knee. Skandasana, back to your right knee, back side of your mat. Drop your butt down, zip your butt back up. Come all the way back to the top, low lunge. Move through your flow or step it back, downward facing dog. Good, breathing here. Slowly begin to walk your hands to the back of your mat. Take a ragdoll and just gently sway side to side. From your ragdoll position here, you're going to walk yourself back to your downward facing dog, and we're going to continue to add on to our flow. So bring the feet in together at the back of the mat. Inhale, lifting the right leg towards the sky. Exhale, right knee, right elbow. Inhale, lift it back. Exhale, right knee, nose. Inhale, lift it back. Exhale, right knee, left elbow. Option to hover the right foot if you like, fallen triangle, or just slide it back down along the ground. Feel as if you're lifting that right foot away from the earth. Plant the hand back down, step the right foot to the outside of the right hand. Lizard lunge. Exhale, pyramid pose. Draw yourself to a wide-legged forward fold. Take an inhale, halfway lift. As you exhale, Skandasana, back of your mat. Good, from here we come to the top of our mat, Skandasana. Nice, come back to the top of your mat. Inhale, find your crescent lunge. Drawing that back knee down towards the ground. Feeling the rib cage knit in towards the spine. So keep your hips tracking down towards the ground, not bending, reaching all the way forward, reaching your arms up towards the sky. Take a breath here. And then as you exhale, swivel the back foot down towards the ground, long edge of the mat or 45-degree angle, warrior two. Gazing out through the right fingers, breathing here. Inhale, flip the palm, reverse that warrior. Sweep the right hand overhead. As you exhale, come all the way back, straighten out through that front leg, shift the hips back in space as you reach the right hand forward in space and you find your Trikonasana triangle pose. Slide the right hand to the inside of the right calf, lifting the left hand up towards the sky. I want you to imagine that left hip's rolling away and down and the right hip's dropping down towards the ground. Gaze up towards the hand. Right hand can rest down towards the ground, but keep pulling the center of the chest around to the left side of the room. Good, begin to bend into that right knee and see if you can take a bind by lowering your right shoulder underneath your right knee and taking a bind with your right hand underneath your right leg and your left hand over the back, interlaces. Good, you might like to keep looking at your front leg and maybe straightening out to find a bound Trikonasana. Take a breath here. Good, bend back into that warrior two shape. Release the bind. Slip the left hand all the way back and down, move through your flow, or find downward facing dog. It's a bit of an effort speaking and doing it at the same time, so I'm gonna begin to kind of skip my flows, but invite you to do them whenever you like. We all meet down, back in downward facing dog, and then we find the left leg sweeps up towards the sky. Good, left knee, left elbow on the exhale breath, shoulders are over wrists. Inhale to sweep it back. Knee in towards the nose, shift the shoulders forward. Inhale, sweep it back. Left knee, right elbow, option to hover or slide the leg out, finding that fallen triangle. Placing the hand back down, curling the knee in towards the nose, and then stepping it, pyramid lunge outside of your mat, drop your hips down towards the ground. Good, find a pyramid pose here, straightening out through that left leg. Fall to the long edge of your mat, take an inhale breath. Exhale to fold. Turn the toes out, find Skandasana towards the back of your mat. Find Skandasana towards the front of your mat. Good, shift yourself low lunge to the top of your mat, crescent lunge as you reach yourself up. Peel open, find your warrior two on the second side, 45-degree angle of the right foot or parallel to the back edge of your mat. Flip your palm to reverse your warrior, sweep it long, create space to the left side of the body. Good, come back to your warrior two as you straighten out through that left leg. Shift your weight forward, finding your Trikonasana pose. Hand sides to the inside of the left leg, maybe a subtle bend in that left knee. Right hand up towards the sky. You could place the fingertips down into the ground as you roll your right hip open and draw your left hip back into the hip socket. Hand directly on top of shoulder, don't let it go too far away. Keep length through the right side of the neck. Good, begin to bend into your left knee. As we turn the left hand underneath the left thigh, flip the right hand to the back, and then take a bind behind you if accessible. Gaze down towards your left foot and maybe see if you can begin to straighten out that left leg again into a bound Trikonasana. Keep rolling the right shoulder open towards the top of the room, center of the chest towards the side of the room, breathing here. Good, bend back into the left knee, placing the left hand down, reaching the right hand towards the sky, sweeping it back and down towards low lunge, moving through a single-legged flow, normal flow, or downward facing dog. Nice, we've got that one more time. Let's draw our feet in together at the back of our mat. A few little add-ons and modifications if you choose. Inhale, sweeping the right hand to the right leg towards the sky. Right knee, right elbow. Inhale back. Right knee, nose. Inhale back. Right knee, left elbow. Shift onto the whole sole of your right foot. Maybe pick your left hand up and this time hold your right leg out. Good, breathing here. Curling the knee back in towards the nose, stepping the foot to the outside of the right hand, drop the hips to the As you exhale, fold. Swivel to the long edge of your mat. Take an inhale breath. Exhale, Skandasana into the left leg. This time we're going to come all the way forward into a warrior two. Nice. Flip your palm, reverse your warrior. We'll find your warrior two again. Find your Trikonasana as you shift your hips back in space. Reach your hand forward. Find your triangle pose. We're not staying here for long, but we're going to flip that top hand to the back of the room again and find that bind again. Right shoulder comes right to the inside of that right leg. Keep that right knee over that right heel and look to your right foot. Keep that bind. From here, we're going to move into a bird of paradise. So see if you can follow me and draw your left foot to meet your right foot at the top of your mat. Good. Find your base here. You might already have slipped the hands out. That's okay. Maybe hold onto a t-shirt or refine the bind and get back to where we are. You're going to shift your weight onto your left foot so your ball of your right foot is connected to the ground. And then really slowly you're going to begin to lift your right leg up towards the sky. You can stay here. This is option one. Keep drawing that right hip down. Option two is to begin to extend that leg out towards the sky. Good. Breathing here for 3, for 2, for 1. Knee bends. Slowly with control, come all the way back. How you came in. Step the left foot all the way back. Unbind, reach the left fingers towards the sky. Sweeping it back and around. Find your lunge to the top of your mat. Move through optional flow or downward facing dog. 3 breaths here in your downward facing dog. Feet are in together, left leg finds the sky. Left knee, left elbow. Inhale back. Left knee nose. Inhale back. Left knee, right elbow, swivel into the sole of your right foot. Maybe hold onto the outer edge of your left foot and extend it forward to a modified fallen triangle. Draw the knee back in towards the nose, step it to the outside of the left hand. Pull the center of the chest forward. As you exhale, fold pyramid. And then come to your wide-legged forward fold. Take an inhale, halfway lift. As you exhale, Skandasana into the back of your mat. Shoot forward to a warrior two, little foot adjustment there, bend into your left knee. Flip your palm to reverse your warrior. Come all the way back, straighten out through that right leg, shift your hips back in space, find your triangle, reach your right hand up towards the sky. Good, create that bind on this second side. Hold on to the hands and roll the right shoulder up. Good, gazing for the foot, the left foot. Begin to walk your right foot to the top of your mat. Transition your weight into your right foot, come into the ball of your left. Begin to draw your left knee up and in towards your chest. Find your drishti, your point of balance, your focus. Maybe extend the leg. Good, keep drawing that left hip down. And then bending back down through that leg. Drawing the sole of the left foot down towards earth. Sweeping the right leg back where you came from. Unbinding, reach the right fingers for the sky. Sweep the right hand all the way down as a round step back. Find your downward facing dog. Drop your knees to the ground, child's pose, you've earned it. Fold the forehead to the mat. Resting here for 5 or so breaths. Allow the breath to just fall out of the body. From your child's pose, you're just going to walk your hands back towards your knees. Just a little easy transition here. Shift over on towards one butt and sweep the legs out in front of you. Good, you're going to cross the left leg under and the right leg's going to go over. If this can't get 2 sit bones down into the ground, you can extend your left leg forward, flex the toes back towards the face. And you can begin to just caress the left arm around the right thigh. Sit up through the sit bones, crown of your head lifts towards the sky, right hand reaches for the back of the room and you find this twist. Inhale, create some space, exhale, twist. Inhale, create some space to lift. Exhale, twist to the thoracic spine. Good. If you're in that bound, it looks more like this with the left leg crossed underneath. And then we unwind and we come all the way back around. From here, you're going to pick up your right foot. Bring that left shin so it's a little bit more on a diagonal or to the front of your mat. And extend your left leg, your right leg out towards the sky. Good, you're going to begin to create some like washing machine circles with that right leg. You can be really bent and that's okay, just get into that hip socket. So this kind of might be where you stay, or you might want to come a little bit further with me. So we're going to place our right hand to the inside of our right leg and we're going to put the right foot over the right shoulder like a backpack. Your right butt cheek's going to lift off naturally and that's totally okay. Your left hand's going to take around the outside of your right foot and then you begin to make this anchor with your right hand, connect it down towards the ground. From here you want to begin to lift and press your right foot in towards your hand and peel underneath your left armpit, gaze goes through, compass pose. Breathing here. Good, and then to come out, we just release it and we go into a Gomukhasana, slide the right leg on top of the left. Knees want to be stacked, feet moving away from one another and active. If that's not possible, easy seat Sukhasana, just a cross-legged seated position, right leg in front of left. Perfect other option. From here, lift up through the sit bones and we're just going to fold down, stretch out through the right hip, glute. Breathing for 5 breaths. Next inhale draws you all the way back. Uncross those legs, give them a little bit of a shake out in front of you. Good job. This time the right leg crosses under and the left leg crosses on top. Remembering modification will be to draw the right leg out in front of you if you can't access this twist. Right arm's just going to caress around the outside of that knee. And then we're not going to try and like yank it or twist too far, it's just a gentle twisting through the spine. So left hand anchors down, crown lifts up towards the sky. Exhale, twisting through the thoracic. Inhale, lift up. Exhale, to twist. Another inhale, lift. Exhale to twist. Good, coming all the way back around. I'm going to hold on to our left foot this time and extend it forward. Good, holding here, maybe shifting that right leg to a little bit more of a comfortable position there as we begin to make some circles, washing machine, like you're stirring a big pot, however you want to imagine this left leg is just moving, creating some fluidity and lubrication of the hip joint here. You know where we're going, so you know why we need to create a little bit of movement of freedom here. So for some people this is super inaccessible and that's okay. Inaccessible, whatever. So back happens, left leg over the left shoulder. Right hand outside the left foot, left hand anchors. Lifting that left sit bone up a little bit so you can get a little leverage, then pressing the left foot into the right hand as you twist underneath your right armpit, this time compass pose. Breathing here for 3 breaths. 2 breaths. 1 breath. Oh, release. Slide that left leg over, walk the feet away from one another. Knees stack on top or Sukhasana, easy seat, legs crossed, left leg forward. Lift up through the crown of the head. Exhale, lower, folding over your legs. 5 breaths here. Last breath. Slowly begin to lift yourself up. Good. Extend your legs out in front of you, give them a little bit of a shake. I've got one more wide-legged forward fold, an active one that I want us to have a play with to build some more strength through our legs and our hips. So turn to the wide side of your mat. You can go long ways if you're not on a carpet or like something where you can protect yourself. You can keep your knees a little bit bent if it's too much for you underneath the knees. It can get a little much. Otherwise, just find maybe not necessarily have all your widest wide-legged forward fold. You really want to be kind of just in one where you can maintain this lift, and if you need something underneath your butt, stick it there. Good. From here, you're going to lift your arms up to the sky. We're going to slowly begin to tilt our hips forward as we lower ourselves towards the ground a little. Keep the knees pointing up, keep the toes pointing up towards the sky, and then inhale, lift up. Good. Exhale, see if we can lower ourselves down without letting our knees and feet roll in. Inhale, lift up. Good. One more time. Keep the knees pointing up towards the sky. You can feel the glutes having to work here, hips having to work. Inhale, reach up. Good. This time, lower yourself down as far as you can go. Place your hands onto the earth. Keep the back straight. Maybe lowering the forearms. Holding here, you can let the head curl in, the thoracic spine curve, because it can naturally do that. For those of you that are wanting to go further, you can lower down, body towards the earth. Just make sure you're not rolling in through those legs, but you're keeping the legs active. We're going to hold there for a few breaths. Or wherever you are, maybe you're up here. Maybe you're just hanging out here. Maybe you're here and you're like, oh, this is more than enough. Good. Slowly lifting yourself back up. If you're all the way down, swinging your legs all the way around towards the front, giving your legs a nice little shake. Cool. Bringing the soles of the feet onto the earth. Let's just begin to roll down through the spine. Draw the knees into the chest when we get there. A little rock across the sacrum. Drop the feet down to the ground. You're just going to cross your right leg over your left. Take your arms out to a T, and then you're just going to let your legs fall over towards the right hand side. A little twist through the body. You can also double bind there if you want extra anchor. And then coming back to center, arm cross, left leg crosses over, maybe double binds, and then let the legs twist over towards the right. Eagle wrap legs, gaze follows the right hand. Breathing here. Nice. Coming back to center, uncrossing your legs. It's going to go for a bit of a restorative bridge. So if you don't have a block or a cushion that you could slide underneath yourself, I'm just going to show you an option of what you can do with your hands to support yourself. So brushing the backs of your feet, just lifting up through the hips. Interlace your hands underneath your back. Begin to bend through the elbows and bring the fists into the lower back. And just letting the hips open up here before we come down into our final posture. A much more gentle version of this would to be just having a cushion, a pillow, a blanket, a bolster, a block underneath the sacrum. Breathing here for 3. And let the sacrum rest onto the hands if you're here with me for 1. And then release and lower yourself down. Good, a little windscreen wiper. Let the air fall out of the mouth. Nice, and then just slowly begin to lengthen the legs long and meet me in your Savasana. Let the body relax. Dissolve into the mat as if you're a sugar cube into a warm cup of tea, and just evaporating all the tension, all the stress, all the effort. Let the breath just be normal, gentle inhale, exhale. So the fingers naturally curl and the toes naturally splay out towards the side. Let the jaw soften, let the eyes soften, the forehead. Staying here for as long as you like. Ideally 5 to 10 minutes minimum. Staying here. Thank you so much for sharing. Hope you enjoyed. Namaste.